All right, hello and welcome everybody. This is Lucy the Bold, and we are in Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. So after last session, um, I found out that a few things that I had not done correctly the first time through. So I wanted to restart the game with my character that I have, because you have that option. You can either restart your character or you can, you know, continue exploration, or you can create a new character after you complete the game. If you remember correctly, I ended up having to kill Arthur because I wanted to see what would happen if I kept his soul. Okay, or I could have sided with Merlin's apprentice and had him resurrected, which, if you remember, uh, what was his name? Hud? I the the guy that you meet that always has a fishing pole with him. He was actually the spirit of Merlin, and he didn't want to be resurrected. He wanted to just pass on, go his own way, into the mist. Um, so that's why I made the choices that I did. But I've also been playing this game using an archer. Now, my archer did things a lot differently through the first part of it, that I did not do recordings on. So I am going to do my best to redo that. So first off, and when you restart the game, and pick it back up, you actually keep your levels and your money and all that stuff. So I'm like, woohoo! Because, you know, that works out. I'm not going to have a hard time. I can go toe to toe with any monster in the game. You know. Alright, I can have 6 of these guys. I don't need 6 of them. Okay. You can collect all kinds of stuff in this game, and I do recommend, if you're playing a first time character, to take everything that's not nailed down in this game. It just goes so much easier if you do. This is a underground hole that you can travel through. Brings you up into another jail cell. Alright. Most of these jail cells don't have anybody in them, and very few of them actually have stuff. Occasionally you run into one that has potions. If you read these outside, it'll tell you Ethan, age 16, Mel, he's from Knuth, Red Death, stage 4. And then it tells you a little bit about him. Excuse me, this is the cell that we escaped from. This is the name of my character, Peanut. Age unknown, female, Kings Road, Red Death Stage 2. Severe skin lesions notably visible on the face and hands. Further screening tests are required. Strict protective measures must be enforced. Okay. And we'll come over here. Unlock requires guard's key. Excuse me again. This is one of the people in here. She has the Red Death.
What a miracle I am. Healed.
Yeah.
You don't. They cured, I hope. The depth they left, I felt. Have a nice day, kind lady.
You can kill them if you choose to do so. But when they're stripped down like that, they don't have anything of any value to them, so it really doesn't. Alright, and her name was Lisa. She's age 20, Little Grove, Red Death Stage 3, Plague Progression. Alright. Age 73. Oh yes, we gotta go down this way. Because you have to come over here, you get his book, you take his guard key, you know, you can take the wooden arrow if you want. He's got a roast there, you know, he's got a mug, he's got a sword. There's some ale, money pouch, cabinet. Little figurine, coin purse, and then some odds and ends type of weapons. So you can get a few things. You can also do some cooking if you have ingredients that you've already picked up. You can come back here. You can get the cooking recipe. You can take the fish soup, and yeah. Some interestingly naughty little pictures. And then usually this bookcase has some stuff on it. You know. You can't get out through that door. I think that's the intake door for the prison. Which they claim it's not a prison. It's a hospital. Alright, they always have all kinds of neat stuff in here. You used to be able to jump up onto the cabinet and then get up onto this little plank here. There you go. Alright, that one doesn't have anything in it. There's a lockbox. Flour, milk, salt, the necessities of life. Moonshine, mead. And then, of course, you can pick up the shields and stuff. I don't need those. I've already got all my gear that I need. Alright. And then their note. The body is being prepared for the funeral. Okay. Yep, I don't think the body was quite ready for the funeral yet. And of course they have anatomy pictures, and you can pick up the medic's drill and medic's saw. And those things are actually usable as weapons. I usually take that Red Priest's outfit. I wish you could get down there, but there's something good down there. Brains. Human heart that's sitting on the shelf. Why not, huh? More notes. It is good when you're playing this game for the very first time to read the notes. And then what you're going to want to do if you don't have one is you're going to want to take that pickaxe. Because this is the only way to get into that other room. Which will also give you the clue that there are times when you will have to dig through a wall.
Good fate is sealed.
Poison's not really doing it much. I wish I had my cheese wheel with me. I could just turn these guys into cheese. It's more fun that way. Let's see here. Alright, we'll take that. Gives us the blood transfusion. And then there's always a small mana potion there. And then we have this guy here. Now he will actually interact with you.
Who's there? Forgive me, but you shouldn't be here. I am rather serious. The question suggests, did you escape yourself? We can't let the plague spread any farther. Although, I understand.
Alright, then you can ask him all kinds of questions and stuff. He does have things. You can actually take stuff from him. He will refuse to leave. There's another book. And of course the books, you can sell the books. So. And most of the corpses will give you stuff. My spouse is playing her go-to game. You have an alchemy station here too. You need a laboratory key for that. There is one. We will be finding it before too long. Some of these letters in here are actually spells. So make sure, if you're wanting to be a mage and fight your way out, that you pick them up and look at them. Otherwise, you'll be missing some very important spells. And there's mushrooms in here. They give you plenty of stuff to make foods with, which foods give you back your vitality and health. There are 2 pathways in here, so you'll want to make sure that you check them both out. Alright, so we're going to talk
I've already told you
to him.
Everything, I swear. Wait, you're not. You're a prisoner. Go. Escape while you still can. No, I won't make it. Besides, they threw me into a cell that once held a patient in the final stages of the disease. I'm probably sick already. Go. Don't worry about me. I'm not worth it.
They labeled him a traitor. Go figure. She won't leave either.
You're not a priest.
Help.
Hi. See?
Can you hear me? Can go.
All right. Ian, red stage death, level 2. More mushrooms. Let's see here. Alright, so there's some salt over here. Bone meal. Some other things here on the countertop.
I'm prepared for this. Do not defy the prophet.
I did set this for a higher difficulty just because if I went through it on normal, I would be seriously sad. Oh, I forgot to check these guys. If I get overburdened, I'll just drop stuff that I don't want. This is where they experiment on people. If you're sneaky and you come through here, you'll find a guy sitting over here. I made so much noise that all 3 of them came at me all at once. Typically, though, you can sit there and take them out one at a time. Okay. And this is where you meet up again with Kardok. It's right there. So yeah, that's another way to get around. Here's a big guy. You have to fight this guy if you open up the door. I will say one thing about this dude. I've never beat him easily. Yep. Wonderful smell to it. Alright, let's go back up. Have our little chat with Caradoc. You can also sleep over here. You can get arrows and a bow, which I recommend if you're starting out the very first time. You can also use this cook pot too. And then you'll want to take a shovel. They give you a shovel.
Your sweet time, eh? But I understand. You have to admit.
Alright. And then you can ask him all these different questions. Who are you? Why did you help me? Blah, blah, blah.
Great question. But in case you hadn't, I'm told this.
It's a good thing that he doesn't remember who I am. Because I had to beat his butt in the last one.
Good luck.
Tons more mushrooms. Another book. The books you can buy, you can get them and then sell them, as well as the notes. The notes are sellable too. And then you want to come over here. You want to read this one, okay? And then you want to take that weird plasm. It's around here in a couple spots. What it'll do is it'll fuel that thing down there. They used to have a guy. They give you another shovel too, in case if you forget to pick up the one upstairs. They used to have a guy that would come down here and try to attack you when you were up there, and you could just hit him twice with the bow. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he's down this corridor a little bit further. There he is. And then you need to come over here. You'll see another note. And then you come over here and you touch the statue. And the statue teleports you into the weird. Oh, I wanted to check something here real quick. Okay, good. I'm still live streaming on both channels at the same time. I actually had an update for... Whoa. How did I get down here? Unstuck. There we go. All right. We'll just do this. It'll be quicker. Okay. Yes, you do fall to your death when you're out here if you fall off. And they do put gaps in here too, so you do have to be careful of that.
Someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place? And you? Why are you here? Are men here? That would... I do not know. I wish I could answer. I remember I just am. But walk with me. I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood.
And you can see the battles going on over here on both sides. I like this shipwreck. It's pretty cool.
In the end, we won the war. Merlin stole the sacred flame of the Four Dwellers and ignited the Menhirs, driving away the mist and clearing the nights of weirdness. It was the first time we uncovered the secrets hidden within the Menhirs.
You can see the village down there burning. And of course, this city replica you'll be going to.
Still, the land of Avalon honored our toil. It soaked up our sweat, our suffering, and our blood. In time, it rewarded us. Here in Avalon,
You do have to jump that. If you don't, you'll fall through.
Things.
Just like that one.
Camelot, the eternal castle, the capital of all humankind, was meant to be a symbol of that.
And you do need to jump this one.
We left the homelands to survive. The plague had consumed everything we once knew. We thought we'd escaped it, but the Red Death returned like a specter. Once again, it began to devour our home.
And these guys, they don't have anything when you kill them. And at one time, I think in the very first time I ever played this game, there was actually 3 bloody dogs in here. I've never seen them since. Love the music. Arthur's crown. Pretty awesome.
Once and future king.
All right. So you come in. You'll be coming into this place a lot of times. All you have to do is just follow this little thing.
I am his hunger, the craving for what was beyond reach. I am the price paid for touching the unreal.
Okay, and then you go over here. Come up the steps.
Ah, yes. I can see through the mist, but it's still all so unclear. I've dreamt of countless deaths for such a long time. Yes, it's time to wake. I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot. Thank you for bringing me here. I believe I owe you, young one. I appreciate it, but let us leave decorum and honors for times of leisure. For now, we need to make way for Avalon. I have to see my kingdom again. I trust you'll accompany me, or would you rather stay in this wretched place? Trust me, I wish I knew. I remember death, then darkness, a terrible loneliness, ages upon ages of solitude, and these are all the details I have. Perhaps, in time, I'll remember more.
Alright, this is actually a really good spot for me to sit there and take a really quick 3 to 5 minute break. I will be right back, and we will continue. Alright, thank you for waiting. It's time to get back to King Arthur. We've had him waiting long enough.
I am not sure. Yet I learned to be grateful of fortunate outcomes. It seems to be a place located between life and death. Or maybe a place that can defy death. But why was it created? By whom and when? These I'm unable to answer. But that's enough questions for now. Let us walk after years of struggle. I must see the legacy of the Age of Conquest with my own eyes. My Camelot in all its glory.
Yeah, he's in for a rude awakening.
What is happening? No. I see now. I am not whole. You have only freed a part of me. I'm not strong enough. For now, I will have to journey by your side until my strength returns. I'll see the world through your eyes. In return, I'll lend you what strength I have. You are a surprising acquaintance, and it will be a pleasure to travel with someone of your disposition. And since it seems that fate has bound us together, let us make the best of it. Seeing my legacy through the eyes of another, a true picture of Avalon, not one crafted specifically for the king, may prove to be an interesting experience. Oh, what an adventure this will be.
All right. So this girl, when I first built her and ran through this, I was very anti the establishment. This time I decided to do things a little differently. Yes, if you come to this person here, you get a ring, which is really good because you do have one more fight coming up before you exit this area. So if you put that on, that will definitely give you a boost. See, and you can't get back through here. Okay, that's where we were at. You can come up here again and go back through here, but there's the weird stuff. The weird stone is not there any longer. And that guy is nowhere around here now. Another diary on the table. And then you just come over here, hit this. It makes a viney bridge. If you fall off, you know, it's like dying. Never really understood what all that stuff is coming up and out, but maybe plumbing work for this place. I don't know. And you can see the giants pressing these. It's like they're beasts of labor at this point. My assumption is it's some type of generator making the weirdness. And then of course these tablets all have some type of writing on them with sigils, but you can't make anything out. You can't read it. But I am quite positive and certain that that is the weird weirdness generator for this world. Which, for whatever strange reason, you don't get an opportunity to destroy it. Make sure you come over, take the weird plasm, interact with the walls, and then when we go down there, we'll have, when we get down there by that crystal fire, we'll have somebody to do combat with. We created the Titans, for we need their work. It's also a possibility, too, that that machine somehow keeps Merlin, or keeps Arthur from being destroyed. Alright, and you can explore this area. Yeah, he's much easier to take out on a lower level. And it's usually better to, I usually, when I build a brand new character, I come in here and I keep his back to me. He'll spin around, but you can stay really close in tightly with him, which will really help you. And then as you come out, there's going to be all kinds of plants and stuff for you. You know, of course, first time out, you're going to want to be collecting them. Sage, you want to collect sage because you use that for healing. And you'll find all kinds of ingredients and stuff. You just keep following this around and come over here and letter to the prior. So you want to take that and then you'll end up getting a quest, have somebody deliver that letter for you. You can come out this way, okay, but you'll definitely want to go up this way here. Come over here, make a little jump. You'll find money and feathers and sage and all kinds of neat stuff. Potions. And then there's Caradoc over there at the boat. And you can go all the way around this island. Come down here. You see a chair. You know. And then you see this guy here. Yes, you can swim underwater for a short period of time. Okay, before we talk to Caradoc, come back into here. This is a hermit's camp. And Caradoc's going to tell you to get some rest. And you can just simply come back into here and lay down. Alright, let me talk to Caradoc here.
There you are. It took you a while. I even realized that...
Okay, I ran into some trouble.
Figured you would. But your staff...
Yep, I have no idea what happened to me.
Then can you explain how you...
Don't tell him that you ran into
nobody knows how to cure.
Arthur, because if you do, he'll kill you. Won't be the end of the game. He'll run you through with his sword, thinking that he got rid of Arthur. Now I'll show you.
You found him. I'm truly sorry it turned out to be you.
I don't understand. I'm
Seems that the
totally
Red Priests
confused.
managed to succeed in at least one of their experiments. You were able to go deep into the weirdness, survive, and even bring a piece of our king's soul back with you. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that happens every day. My job is to make sure it won't ever happen again. And this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry.
And there's nothing you can do. I mean, you can fight him. You can try. He's pretty quick with that.
I'm sorry, but that had to be done. You shouldn't leave any lasting damage.
What the
I
hell?
had to do it. I had to get rid of the parasite that infested you a moment ago. You've seen, no, you've felt what he's capable of. This... I could, but I have no issue with you. Only with what you carry within you. This means you're safe, unless you decide to stand against me. You are much more valuable to me alive than dead.
So what I recommend for you to do, unless you want to go through that, which just doesn't change anything, you're still going to have Arthur with you, is just to tell him nothing about Arthur.
You found yourself in the middle of a mess. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission...
Well, Caradoc's
is to
an
stop this
immortal.
from happening.
He was from Arthur's original group of experiments.
No, but thanks to you, I finally destroyed a piece of him I couldn't have reached otherwise. And from where I stand, that's progress. My goal is to destroy King Arthur. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding. What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And what can be contained can be killed. He's the reason the world as we know it is coming to an end. Every time they resurrect him, the weirdness grows stronger. Soon it will cover all of Avalon, and nobody will survive that. I've been cleaning this mess for a long time now, and I truly wish for this nightmare to end. What would you do were you in my place? Kindly ask your target if it wants to be killed. Please. And if you really must know, the spell I used on my sword couldn't have harmed you. I knew that. You were surprised. I got the upper hand. And now, you're safe and sound. Can we leave this behind? I understand. It is your choice. I can't hold it against you. I will manage on my own. We will, however, meet again, if you decide to pursue the souls of the king. That, I can promise. But you still need a way to get out of this island. And to prove I am not your enemy, you can sail with me. Unless you want to stay here and die when the Red Priests find you. That's also your choice. To the Horns of the South. It's a
I honestly don't know what happens if you stay.
My plan.
I've never done that.
Or at least, what's hiding within that damned blade. A piece of our king is bound to it, and it needs to be destroyed next. If you do decide to be useful, here, pin this emblem to your clothes, and you should get into the Horns without any issues. And when you get inside, find the captain. Brandon's his name. He'll tell you the rest. I have something to do first, but you should get some rest. Judging by the waves, the journey won't be pleasant. Set up a camp and get some sleep. Then we'll sail for the... and here. Have some cobweb. Throw that into the fire and you'll be safe from the weirdness. Just in case I don't come back before nightfall.
All right.
I should be gone. I should be gone. And yet, here we are. Whatever he tried, it must have failed. Something must have gone wrong. For him. For us, it was a stroke of luck. Hatred, yes. That much I understood. But why? What did I take from him that he would go so far? He speaks as if he knows me, as if he has seen something I have not. And yet, I reach for it, and there is nothing. I felt him strike. For a moment there was nothing. No weight, no voice, no self. Just silence. But then, you pulled me back, didn't you? Or have I never left? I don't... Not much. That isn't right. I should remember. I should. All I know is that I left my kingdom strong, prosperous. It should have grown. It must have flourished in my absence. No. It seems that I should, but I don't. He knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. But to me, he's a stranger. If he was a part of my past, then that past has been taken from me. I need to regain it. It seems so. If Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, we should definitely claim them first. When we do, I should grow stronger. I should remember. I should be whole. Let's go then, young one. Let's not waste any more time. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger in my absence. And if something threatens it now, then I will see it restored.
Alright. Feel the fire. Now we're going to rest. You can also do cooking and stuff like that too.
Ready? Hop on the boat.
Now I have tried Um, looking through these crates, there's nothing in them. So
The sea was restless, waves slamming against the hull as you left the island asylum behind. Caradoc boat cut through the black waters, its course set for Avalon's shores. Then the deep stirred. A shudder ran through the vessel from neither wind nor tide, but from something far below. A presence, ancient and watching. And then it struck. The boat lurched violently, wood splintering as the sea itself rose in fury. A shadow moved beneath the surface, vast, coiling, inescapable. The next wave swallowed everything. Darkness took you. Salt filled your lungs. And then, light. The crash of waves. The cold kiss of wet sand. You were alive. The sea had spared you, but not without a cost.
well, they never explained what the cost was. Alright, so once you come up, you'll find a whole bunch of wreckage and stuff. And I'm just kind of assuming that, you know, possibly some of this may have been from your ship, but most of it's from previous ones. So there's food and weapons in case if you didn't get any before you left. I wish you could pick up the little crabs. Now, playing this correctly, you would wait for a little bit before you go over there. It's Palamedes, his armor set, and tomb is over there. There's a trick on how to get into it if you want. And I do have a recording of me going in there early. Alright, on books, always make sure you read them. It's the only way you get to recipes from them. Alright. Now, if you swim... If you swim out to this island here, like this, and then you do a prayer, and then it gives you the spell blood transfusion, but you will also pick that up when you are in the asylum. You can also swim down here. Sometimes there's stuff down here, like there's usually like bodies and stuff. Okay, there's also a dungeon here, but I would recommend, before going into that dungeon, that you make your way to the fortress. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? I don't have my little egg guy. I also don't have my horse, even though I have his icon. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, fast travel's activated. Alright, we're going to go over here and pay these guys a visit. You do get a quest to come over here, though, and clear this place out. Sure you will. You'll go down easy. The other guy that he was talking to, I must have killed him. Because I don't see him anywhere. Alright, you should have a guy. Where is the third guy at? Sleeping bag and a campfire if you need to spend the night out here. Oops. My bad. He went over the side. That's okay. His body or skeletal system will be over there. This guy is the first boss that you run into over here. And he does have lots of healing potions. So he is a big challenge. Not saying that you can't beat him. Can't get that bottle. There we go. Sometimes this takes a different perspective. Okay, so usually what I like to do, especially as a mage, is get my people. Yep, see, I told you, he's a toughie. And, you know, I'm level 57 or 58. You want to collect all of the keeper's tags. Should be one more person up this way.
It's not right. I'm not scared of you. I'll take you down with me.
I think they took him down for me. Yep, there he is. Oh, he was carrying a crab on him. Another alchemy station if you need to make some healing potions while you're here. All right. Wow, I think I had more points in there. Must have downgraded me a little bit. I thought I was over 30. Maybe not. I am going to put some points into strength this time. Make sure. Okay, so all my other points are here. The howling of the night air. See, this is what they turn into after you've killed them. They just turn into a pile of bones. Alright, then just kind of follow this pathway around. I don't know. This should work. Because it's like the game requires antler fragments. 3 antlers. Alright, let's see if we can find ourselves a couple deers. So there's a guy over here that you can talk to.
Off the leash, are we? Who had you as their place? I'm Abigail, a knight. I swore my sword to my lady's will, until she had it now. You look red. I've seen people. If you've had enough of it all, you lived like a cur. Just say the word. I'm more than happy to oblige.
He puts up a red ring around himself that you cannot escape from. Alright, now I thought I seen a deer around here. Probably scared him off. These are potatoes. Make sure you swing close enough to this thing. There you go. That way you can always teleport back.
What's happening? In the name of the All-Mother, what are you doing? I could have stabbed you. Wait, I haven't seen you before. Not, alright, true. This pin, oh, please, have a place. Open it!
Alright. Select through our junk, and then we'll sell stuff. Alright, this is a nice set. That shield has block of 100 on it. Which I actually could use that instead of using my wand, but I'm not going to. The ring increases health by 40. Nice. All right.
All Mother's tits. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them. Oh, don't look at me like there's something. Although, you don't, there's, anyway. You still,
Okay, so you can buy all kinds of good stuff from her. You just can't buy a horse. Wow. So on this harder difficulty, the armor sets are really nice. Requires a strength of 6, though. I only have a strength of 2. Whoa. That's that potion that we found here. Yeah, because when you start this in the easy mode, that potion's only worth like 25 health, and I think this mana is only worth like maybe 40. And here, this thing's worth 180. Wow. Nice. Healing stones. Okay. All right, that looks good. All right, so if you're new, you want to come over here. These are your bounties. I wonder if I still own my home down by the lake, or if I don't have that anymore either and I have to rebuy it.
Welcome, in the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables. I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business.
Okay.
Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Oh, I want to hear all the details. Here's the reward. I promise you'll tell me everything. Oh, someone finally checked out the nemesis I was posting on the board. That's the carcass of Fingerless Kong, isn't it? They've been hunting him for the slaughter of 2 keepers, and now they finally got him. Well, you have. Here's your reward. Go, the hunter waits.
Alright.
Oh, hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Okay, okay. And then you can look around, see if there's stuff in. Eventually, you can get stuff, and
nothing bad happens today.
it doesn't cost you anything.
Boy, friend, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened? Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two, if you're willing to learn, that is. Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
Alright. So, corpse eaters. Okay, and then that should be in my inventory now. There we go.
Well now, that's not half bad. Not half bad at all. Solid work, and you didn't skimp on the details. You've nailed the basics. So how about we try something a bit fancier, huh? Oh, not really. Especially... now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you. Of course I do. Those, but when I look at you... Either way, Good for you. Sometimes I wonder, you know, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, desperate people. I took a lot of our territory. Then, the Del Rita tribes took over the and so on and so forth. Yes, that damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, they say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, and when the weirdness gets here, truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villages started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So that's been something. One good thing. Yeah, then these fear gusts. I heard that Dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
All right. The Art of Making Arrows. So you're going to want to buy that. You're going to want to buy this, and this as soon as you have the money for it. Okay, and if you make arrows, I would go ahead and buy his copper arrow, or the copper, or so you can make copper arrows. Because copper arrows are +3. So we bought the books. Okay, now you need to read them. Alright, now you can literally sell him back the books at a reduced cost because they're probably, you know, second hand at this point. Alright, talk to him again. Nope. Alright. Because he had said that you could make something else, but he didn't specify what it was. And then we need to come over here and talk to this gentleman.
Sir. Most unfortunate. The name's Fit and Please. Yes, they mean that. That makes me... If what you're saying is true. However, fortunately for you, fortunately for me, this penning... Anyway, well... That's one of our tags. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold. Because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me sure they all... It's part
you actually have a quest where you're supposed to collect X amount. So be on the lookout because they can be in the grasses, they can be in the tall grass, they can be around trees.
You know where to find me if you... Just as I thought. Because I said there wouldn't be much... No, I don't take that way. Thank you kindly. You won't find the cap. I have my suspicion.
Alright.
Brandon, I think that's robust. Getting into price sneaking, and if you do Galahad, that we'll all face If you need rest.
Okay, so this is a good spot to stop for the night. Alright, so I hope you are enjoying this, and I will see you next Wednesday. Alright, And tomorrow I will be on Borderlands in the evening and Diablo during the daytime.